So the Star Wars fans of the world are somewhat losing their minds today because they got a 30-second little clip of Ahsoka Tano. Um, I am among them. I think this is going to be the best, if honestly, it could be the best show that's going to come out of the Disney Plus era, mainly because Ahsoka Tano is. I think she's probably the best character outside of the Skywalker franchise characters, the one that's definitely been given the most love from not only Lucas but Dave Filoni. I think this is the most fleshed out character with one of the best story arcs that goes through the entirety of the Clone Wars into Star Wars Rebels and into Mandalorian now, and beyond as she's getting her own show. And we don't know the story details yet. We can. There are some clues, and we're going to go into that here a little bit. But for the most part, we don't really know what the Ahsoka Tano show is going to be about. We just know that it features her as an adult figure played by Rosario Dawson, who is just an amazing actress. And I can't wait to see what else she's going to do with the character because her appearances in The Mandalorian were just freaking spot on. That first scene when she's like in the woods, like the foggy woods, and all you're getting is like flashes of lightsabers, and it was so good and rewarding to see that play out in real time. So I'm hugely excited about where this upcoming show is going to be taking us. It's going to be a 2023 show. There's not a lot of details yet. They're not doing any heavy promotion. I doubt they'll do any heavy promotion until after The Mandalorian season 3 is over. And if I had to guess, she's probably going to be featured in The Mandalorian season 3. I would also guess that they're going to be heavily promoting her show with season 3 content. I could be wrong. We'll see. But um, they kind of did that with the book of Boba Fett, where they heavily were promoting the next season of The Mandalorian as well. And then it's just the way these shows kind of all work together. And I don't have a problem with that. It's really awesome. And I am a big fan of all of the Star Wars stuff that's coming out of Disney Plus. Again, I am a true fan of Star Wars. I am one of those people who says that all Star Wars is good Star Wars. Obviously, some Star Wars is better than other Star Wars, but at the end of the day, it's all Star Wars. And if you're a true fan of the franchise, you're waiting with bated breath for all of these amazing shows that are coming out from Disney Plus, including the upcoming Ahsoka Tano, also Bad Batch Season 2, Mandalorian Season 3, so much more. We've got the Acolyte, which I think the Acolyte also has me a little excited because it's going to be like an untold, untapped story about the infiltration of that's another thing. I should probably actually do. I should probably do a video about the Acolyte. There's also some upcoming Star Wars games that I think we have one set in the High Republic that's looking really, really interesting about this new alien race that they're bringing to the forefront. I digress. We're excuse me, getting off topic here because this is supposed to be about Ahsoka Tano and the upcoming Ahsoka show. So let's just dive in. So the reveal is basically um, we get to see her character. There's not much more about it. We have a logo or title screen, but this was revealed a couple years back. The plot is what we don't know a ton of. It says here when she turned up in the Jedi episode of The Mandalorian, she revealed she was searching for the missing Grand Admiral Thrawn, who, as Star Wars Rebels fans know, disappeared into the unknown regions with Ezra Bridge at the end of Star Wars Rebels. In the epilogue of the Rebels show, we see Ahsoka and Sabine Wren taking off together to search for their missing Jedi friend and the genius Imperial leader. So, more than likely we're going to be seeing the show follow that storyline. But we don't know exactly how that's going to work. It says the official title card seems to hint at the world between worlds factoring in somehow. This realm outside of time comes from an episode of Rebels and was the means by which Ahsoka escaped her fate at the hands of Darth Vader. It's if so, it's going to possibly be. If so, it will be the very first use of time travel in a live-action Star Wars. Uh, which I have to question that a little bit because I'm a little terrified of time travel because that was a trope that was used way too much in Star Trek as an example, and I just don't think that these shows should rely too much upon time travel components. But we'll see how that all pans out. Dave Filoni recently told Vanity Fair Ahsoka is a continuous story. It is definitely driving towards a goal, in my mind, as opposed to being little singular adventures. That's what I want the character to be doing, and I think that's what fans want now. They have such relationship with her. I've only recently started to understand that all these kids that watch Clone Wars are now a lot older, and they're very excited about all the things they grew up with, as they should be. So Rosario Dawson is starring as Ahsoka. Hayden Christensen is back in some way, shape, or form as Anakin Skywalker slash Darth Vader. And this is where I'm also really curious about how they're bringing it in, because what's the timeline here? Because if we're talking about Ahsoka Tano as an adult, then yeah, he's long gone. But if he is in the show, how's this going to be done? And they mentioned that here. Is it Clone Wars flashbacks? Is it the Force Ghost? Is it going to be her fight with Vader on from Rebels? All of the above. These are all great theories. So I think that it's going to be very interesting to see again how all this plays out, because we don't know how Hayden Christian is going to be playing Anakin slash Darth Vader. We just know that he's in the show. We also have Australian actress Natasha Liu Bordizzo playing Sabine Wren. Who is she, by the way? I'm going to go look her up. Okay, interesting. I don't really know who she is. That's also Ukrainian actor Ivana Sakno. Okay, entirely new character. Ezra Bridge, Grand Admiral Thrawn, and Hera Syndulla have already been cast. I could have sworn, I could be wrong, but I could have sworn the guy who does the voice acting for Thrawn got cast as Thrawn. Like the guy who actually did the voiceovers from Rebels, who's Mads Mikkelsen's older brother. Is it Lars Mikkelsen? I forget. He was in The Witcher too, as the old sorcerer guy, and I cannot remember his name for the life of me off the top of my head. Anyway, Mary Elizabeth Winstead has joined the cast as well. Who she's playing is still under wraps. Ian McGregor confirmed this as My Partner's Mary is doing that Star Wars series with Rosario. And Ray Stevenson is also here as a villain, which is going to be really cool. Oh, look at that shot right there. That is Ahsoka Tano, and just in all of her glory as an adult badass. Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau running the show. Peter Ramsey, who co-directed Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, will direct at least one episode of the show. We don't know how many episodes there's going to be. Um, mm, 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 mm. Oh, I see. So I thought this was a recent article because this just got promoted to me today, December 19th. Hold up. But then if you go down here, it says originally published on December 22nd, 2021, which was a year ago. So they've just updated this. So I thought this was a brand. Maybe that's why maybe that's why they don't mention the actual casting of the actor for this. Yeah, I don't know. It's exciting stuff. I'm a big fan of everything these guys are doing, like I said, and I can't wait to see what they're going to be doing with the show. I really hope they don't go the time travel route. But I do think it's going to be interesting if we have sort of the search for Ezra as the main storyline, and we've got an underlying villain who they're dealing with along the way towards finding Ezra. A great way to wrap up the first season would be they find Ezra and at the same time Grand Admiral Thrawn, which sets them up for season two and having Thrawn back in the spotlight as a big baddie. I think that would be a very satisfying way to deal with um, the conclusion of season one, excuse me, and give us more season two. Because this is not going to be the last outing we see of Ahsoka Tano. Guarantee it. Because this is a major character from Dave Filoni's co-production, co-creations with George Lucas. She has been the mainstay character through like all of his projects. Like as I said, she is the most well-known character outside of like Luke Skywalker and Yoda and now Grogu and everything else. Um, and she is a badass, and she's being played by one of my favorite actresses. So can't wait to see more. Anyway, like, subscribe, follow, support with a membership. Don't forget super chat, stickers, the Patreon page. I'll see everybody in the next episode. May the force be with you.